Most people don't live. They dream while awake. Carl Jung said this in a single sentence, barely a dozen words. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakes. This isn't inspiration. This is a diagnosis. There are only two directions a person can look, outward or inward. Looking outward means looking at the world, at other people, at whatever is happening to you. Looking inward means looking at your own motives, your fears, the unconscious forces actually running the show behind every action you take. Jung's claim is direct. Only one of these directions leads to truth. The other only manufactures the illusion of truth. And most people choose the wrong direction. Looking outward is autopilot, not awareness. A person who lives entirely outward-facing doesn't choose their own emotions. The world chooses for them. Praised, happy. Ignored, hurt. Sees someone else get ahead, feels like a failure. This isn't the response of an awake person. This is the response of a machine, programmed by external circumstance. This person believes they're freely choosing their own life. The truth is the opposite. They're executing a script written by the outside world, the career they're supposed to have, the image they're supposed to maintain, the standard they're supposed to meet. Jung called this social shell the persona, the mask a person wears to be accepted by society. The problem isn't having a persona. The problem is that most people mistake the persona for who they actually are. They forget that behind the mask, someone else is still there. Take a case that's extremely common today. A young person posts a photo online and measures their own worth by the number of likes it gets. If the post gets praised, they feel valuable, at least for that day. If it gets scrolled past in silence, an emptiness shows up, even if they can't name why. This is a living demonstration of looking outward. Self-worth handed entirely to strangers, people this person has never even met. They never stop to ask, why do I need this? What am I actually trying to fill with a stranger's approval? That question is the exact boundary between dreaming and waking. Someone who never asks it stays inside the loop of approval indefinitely. Looking inward means facing your own darkness. Jung spent much of his career studying what he called the shadow, everything a person refuses to admit about themselves: selfishness, weakness, envy, buried wounds. He wrote a line that became a foundation of analytical psychology. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. This states something very precise. Awakening doesn't come from painting yourself in a better light. It comes from looking directly at the part of yourself you'd rather not see. Someone who turns inward and confronts that shadow doesn't feel more comfortable right away, but they gain something more important than comfort. They see the truth about themselves. This isn't advice, it's a law. Someone who only looks outward will spend their whole life reacting to the world and call that reaction their life. Someone who looks inward, even once, sees a piece of truth the other person will never reach. Jung didn't write this sentence to make anyone feel comfortable. He wrote it to draw a line between two kinds of people: those living inside a dream built by someone else, and those seeing through their own eyes. That line isn't drawn by circumstance, it's drawn by direction.